in Division 3. Division 3 first round currently underway over on the Bauer rink. Bethel taking on Florida Gulf Coast in that quarterfinal. We are about 1 hour and 5 minutes behind schedule over here. Puck as we are back underway, or we are underway here for the first time in this Division III Pool A matchup between Michigan State and Grand Valley State. Michigan State, the winners of the Great Plains of the Midwest NCRHL Division III Championship, beat Grand Valley State, the regular season champions, 2-0 in a best-of-3 series, both games in overtime, and both were 5-4 scores. Grand Valley State, puck, Nabi now will be sent back across. Puck now working back across. Here comes Michigan State. Michigan State working it back across, controlling it is Justice Graves. Now stolen away. Here comes Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State wearing their black jerseys trimmed in blue as the puck is blockered aside by the Michigan State goaltender of Nate Bazidlo. Puck now sent back across. 10:45 to go here. There's a little bit of skate maintenance taking place by Frank Cagliari. Puck now being sent back around. 10:30 to go here in the first. 0-0 is your score. Puck is sent now. Controlling it is Michigan State, being pressured by Grand Valley State's Tyler Glenfield. Puck now rolled back around. Now sent back. $9:50 to go here in the first. 0-0 your score. Puck now sent back around. Now working back across. Here comes Grand Valley State in the Michigan State end. Puck now being battled for, now picked up by Michigan State. Controlling it is Kyle Kosler. No, check that. Now working back in is the 12. Now sent back now, 9:10 to go here. Coming off is the 12. Looks like it just skated as a shot goes off the side of the net. Puck now sent back around. Here comes Michigan State. We'll send the puck in. That it gets blockered aside. Now going back the other direction. This puck is picked up. Now here comes Michigan State. Michigan State made it to the Final Four in the Division I field. Getting beat by Lindenwood, as Lindenwood will take on Farmingdale tonight at right around 8 o'clock right here on the Mission Rink. Florida Gulf Coast is currently leading Bethel 1-0 with about 1:39 remaining in the first. Over on Bauer. Puck now controlling it is Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State will send it across. Now Michigan State will send it now over. Picked up. Controlling it. Now is Stroller now. Pinned back up. Sent in by Goulart. Goulart. Puck poked away, now picked up. Here comes Grand Valley State. Working back across as a puck goes just wide into the corner. Now being battled for. Passing through is Grand Valley State. 7:15 to go here in the first. 0-0 is your score. Puck now sent back around and sent over. Now working back in is Grand Valley State, but picked up by Michigan State. Michigan State with possession now is the 12. The 12 will send it back across. Puck now controlled. Now will be sent back across as we have a penalty coming up here with 6:50 to go here in the first. 0-0 is your score. Be a low zone face-off in the Grand Valley State end as the penalty is assessed to a Grand Valley State player. That is Graham Breams. Puck. Now being sent back around. Sent in on net as Michigan State on the power play for another minute 40. Puck. So Breams in the box, 2 minutes for holding. Now sent around, controlling possession. Now being battled for in the right wing corner. 5:55 to go here. Puck now sent back across as the shot goes up and over the net. Now sent back into the corner. Picking it up is Michigan State. Michigan State with possession. Working back in is the 12. The puck will be sent back across. 5:39 to go. Big hit laid on in the right wing corner. Puck now picked up. Working back across as the puck is sent in on net, covered up, now steered back out by the goaltender for Grand Valley State. That is either Daniel Ricevich or Anthony Benventui. Puck now will be sent in towards the net, and a shot and a goal scored by Michigan State with 5:12 to go here. In the first, 1-0 on a power play goal. Puck coming through, scoring that will be Garrett Rabone. So Rabone, at least he was through the line first. We'll get credit for the goal, and Coach Frank is happy about that. Puck now working back in as I open the polls. As we look at this Pool A poll coming into this one, Lindenwood will clinch the first seed. They have a win-loss record of 3-0-0. They scored 28 goals and allowed 6 so far in pool play. Penalty coming up. It will be on Grand Valley State. 4:45 to go here. As going to the box for Grand Valley State will be the 17 of Sam Serafini. Farmingdale will finish second with a win-loss record of 2-1, or 4 points. They scored 11 goals and allowed 11. The winner of this game will clinch the third seed. And the loser will get the fourth seed in Pool B as Michigan State with the puck off the faceoff, sent in on net. On the power play yet again, they are 1-for-1 on the power play so far this game. So Serafini in the box, 2 minutes for interference. As the referee, Larry Adegoki, lost sight of the puck. Play is blown dead with 4:24 to go here in the first. 1:39 remaining here on the power play. In Pool B, Rowan is a winner of that. They finished the pool with 3 wins, no losses. They scored 12 goals and allowed 8. Bethel finished second with a win-loss record of 2-1-0. They scored 18 goals and allowed 10. For Newman, they finished third in Pool B. Scored 10, allowed 17, and Mizzou will finish last. They did not win a game in pool play. They scored 13 and allowed 18. Puck now sent in to the net area. Now backs just wide of the net now with 3:45 to go here. 1 minute to go on the power play. Puck now being sent back around. Now here comes Michigan State. Michigan State working in. Now we'll send it across. Now back out to the point. Controlling it is Ledwidge. Ledwidge. Now we'll send it around into the corner. Puck now working back. Here is Blake Kosais. Kosais. Now we'll send it back. Picked up by Hawken. Hawken. Check that is Ledwidge. Ledwidge as Grand Valley State will clear with 25 seconds to go. Pool C was won by Cal State Fullerton, winning all 3 of their games, scoring 15 goals and allowing 8. Hofstra finished second, 2 wins and 1 loss, 7 goals and 6 assists, and 6 goals allowed. Florida Gulf Coast will finish third with 3 overtime losses for 3 points, with 8 wins and 8 goals scored and 11 goals allowed. Cortland will finish last with a win-loss record of 1-2-0. They scored 9 and allowed 14. So it's very strange to see a team with 3 losses be above a team with 1 win, but that's what happens when you at least force an overtime. You get a point, and that point, folks, is very important, as you can tell here with this situation with Florida Gulf Coast over Cortland. 3 and 4, their seedings in Pool C. Puck now controlled by Michigan State. Controlling it is a 12 with 2 minutes to go. Now sent back over with it is Hawken. Hawken now will send it back. Picked up now by Jake Vinton. Now stolen away. Here comes Grand Valley State. Puck sent in on net. That's gloved and held on to for the stoppage of play. With 1:43 to go here in the first, 1-0 is your score. Puck will be dropped. Low zone face-off, right wing side. As we are back underway, puck now picked up by Grand Valley State, will be sent in on net. That's blockered aside now. 90 seconds to go. A penalty coming up here. After the play was over, Grand Valley State player pushed the Michigan State player into the back of the net. 1:31 to go here in the first. 1-0 Michigan State. Third penalty assessed to Grand Valley State. It is an unsportsmanlike call that has been assessed to Carl Soderling. Soderling involved in that very controversial play to end the pool play game that they had last night when he completely ran over Parapesco for Farmingdale as he was trying to save a puck in the dying couple moments of the game over there in that Pool A game. Got a 2-minute minor for that. Puck now picked up. Controlling it is the 12. With the 12, now we'll send it back across. Now working back in. Now we'll send in. That is steered aside. Puck now picked up. Here is Michigan State, but stolen away by Grand Valley State, but stolen back by Michigan State. With it now is Hawken. Hawken will send it up into the netting above the glass for the stoppage in play with 37.1 seconds to go here in the first. 1-0 is your score. We're in the final stretches, in the final full day of play here at the 2017 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Association National Championships here in the stadium in Fort Myers, Florida. Last time we were here was 2013. It was a Lindenwood, Michigan State final with Lindenwood, at least in Division I, winning that Division I championship. That was in 2013. Puck now goes just wide. Under 10 to go here. 1-0 is your score. Michigan State working in will send a shot up and over the net. That is Ledwidge. Ledwidge now will send it across as a puck goes in on net. That gets Walker aside, and that will do it for the first period of play. Through one, Michigan State leads Grand Valley State by a score of 1-0. Back with the second period right after this. Round matchup between Florida Gulf Coast and Bethel. Florida Gulf Coast is leading that one 1-0 there with about 4:12 remaining in the second. Michigan State now working right to left. Grand Valley State left to right. Coming up next, scheduled to be Mission Hockey College. Puck now being sent in on net. Not sure that's going to take place due to the length that we are behind. Probably will. Probably be a modified, shortened version to keep us kind of on track here as best we can. As we have games scheduled to start back up here at 6 o'clock. That is a Division III first round matchup, followed by a Division II quarterfinal at 6 and 7. Championship game at 8. 11:20 to go here. Puck coming in, Michigan State. Working in, will send the puck in on net. That's gloved and held on to for the stoppage in play. With 11:13 to go here in the second, 1-0 is your score. Low zone face-off coming up here. Puck now sent back. 11 minutes to go here. Puck now stolen away by Michigan State. Michigan State sending it across. Puck goes up over the net into the glass above the net for the stoppage, not the stoppage in play, but bounced back out, now picked up by the 12. 12 now will backhand it around. Now we'll send it over. Controlling it is Garrett Rabone. Rabone again will send it just wide. Puck Now working back across, 10:40 to go here in the second. Reminder, April 15th is coming up quicker than you know. Go to your local tax preparer or do it yourself at your own risk. Get it done. You don't want them nasty IRS agents to come and find you. But I love you, IRS agents. You're my best friends, I promise. Puck now picked up. Here comes Michigan State. Working back in, puck now sent in, deflected up and over the net. Puck now being sent back around, now picked up by Soderling, who was out of the box. Michigan State now 1 for 2 on the power play. Puck now working across Michigan State. Coming in, puck now sent back aside. Michigan State working right to left. Grand Valley State left to right. Michigan State will send the puck now bouncing off the blocker pads of Grand Valley State, working back the other direction. Scoring update from the Division III first round matchup. The second seed from Pool B versus the third seed in Pool C. That is Florida Gulf Coast and Bethel. They are tied at 1 now with 2:52 remaining in that contest. Bauer, the winner of that game, the winner of Bethel and Florida Gulf Coast, will play the third seed from Pool A tonight at 11 o'clock over on Bauer. So that Bethel will either face off against Grand Valley State or Michigan State in that contest. So that will be a very interesting matchup to watch as we progress throughout the tournament. Puck now being sent back across. Now Grand Valley State send it in on net. Puck now sent into the side of the net, and that is gloved and held on to by Bazidlo for the stoppage in play with 8:26 to go here in the second. 1-0 is your score. Michigan State leading. Winner gets third, loser gets fourth. Division III quarterfinals coming up later this evening at 11 and midnight, respectively, on both rinks. At 9, at a scheduled face-off at 10 o'clock for a Division II quarterfinal. Division II and III quarterfinals tomorrow morning at 9 and 10 a.m. on both rinks. 11 a.m. will be the junior college championship game. That will be followed by the Division II championship game at 12:30, and the final championship game and the final game of the 2017 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships will be the Division III championship game at 2 o'clock right here on the Mission Rink. And then we are done for another year for the national tournament, that is. But play resumes just in about 4 months in October. So actually about 6 months in October, as a shot and a goal by Michigan State will be scored by Stephen Kraus as a celly right in front of the crowd, Mike. I'm okay with that. Little language issue there, but I'm okay with that for the most part. 2-0 now your score. Michigan State over Grand Valley State in this Division III Pool A matchup.
Michigan State goal scored by number 7, Stephen Kraus. Assisted by number 11, Derek Rabone, and number 20.
So it is Kraus from Rabone, and the first goal for Michigan State. That's puck coming in. We'll send another shot. That's blocker to side. The stick goes flying, nicks the referee just a bit, but blocked it with his stick. Puck now picked up. Here is Grand Valley State. Now we'll send it back around, but the first goal for Michigan State, as that shot coming in, rebound shot gets blockered aside. We're scored at 6:48 of the first. Scoring that was Garrett Rabone from Joey Hawken. So that is that as the net, as a puck is sent into the Michigan State bench, deflected up off the glass. Right towards Coach Frank Cagliari. Puck will be dropped. Low zone face-off. As we are back underway here, 6:30 to go here in the second. 2-0 is your score. Puck now sent back in. As a puck sent in on net, that is steered aside. Now working back. Here comes Grand Valley State. That will be gloved and held on to for the stoppage of play. With 6:12 to go here in the second, 2-0 is your score. Be a low zone face-off. Okay, yeah, I promise, folks, I will not sing again this period. Off the face-off, a shot is covered up. Rebound is put in by Grand Valley State. 6:08 to go here. In the second, it is now 2-1 your score. Scoring in the second, Stephen Krause from Anthony Rabone and Garrett Rabone and Anthony Moran. That's the second goal, scored at 4:25 of the second. As the puck is sent in on net, so Tyler Glenfield will get the goal as we wait for the official scoring to come down for the stoppage. As we some little ones coming in to get changed in for Mission Hockey College. That is coming up next, right here on the Mission rink, and then roughly about 6:30 or so, it will be the start of Division II play as play will resume. We go into the early hours of Sunday morning here. 5:30 to go. Puck sent back across. Now picking up, working back in. Here is Michigan State. Michigan State with possession will send it in. Now steered back aside. 5:15 to go here as Breams will gather up possession of the puck. Now being sent back across. Now working it into the corner. Now coming back across. Here is Soderling. Soderling, puck now poked back aside. Being battled for with 5 minutes to go here in the second. 2-1 is your score. Puck sent back. Picked up by Graham Breams. Breams will send it around. Big weekend in the sports world as well. Got NASCAR, you got this. You got even the Masters going on right now up in Augusta, Georgia. But hey, focus on this first. This is more important than golf right now. Puck now sent back. Now working back across. Coming in. Here is Michigan State. Coming in. Puck now sent back. Back across. 4 minutes, 4:15 to go here. 2-1 is your score. Puck sent back around. Puck now sent in with 3:33 to go here. Trying to get clarification on a player. 3:20 to go here. There's Larry Adegoke, skates in front of me. Looking at the play as it develops, seeing if there's anything he can call. Now picked up by Michigan State. Michigan State coming in, will send it off the side of the net. That shot coming from Stephen Kraus. Puck now sent back across. Puck now still being battled for back behind the net. Now they send back across. The stick goes flying. 2:50 to go. Puck. And a penalty will be coming up here with 2:48 to go here in the second. 2-1 is your score. Going to the box. It's a set of coincidentals. 4-on-4. Going in the box for Michigan State. That is Stephen Kraus. And in the box for Grand Valley State, that's Jeremy Schmaltz. 2:48 to go here in the second. 2-1 is your score. Puck now. Pick back up with it is Guthrie. Check, yes, Guthrie. Now we'll send it up. Working back across. Puck now picked up. Here's Michigan State. Now working back across. Here is Grand Valley State. We'll send it through the crease area. Puck now working back. Here goes Michigan State. Michigan State will send it up. Puck goes off to the side of the net. Now picked up by Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State now send it across. Now sent back. 100 seconds to go. Penalty coming up here. It will be to Michigan State now with 1:37 to go here in the second. 2-1 is your score. Be a low zone face-off, probably on the left wing side. It's going to the box. 2 minutes for interference. That looks to be Joey Hawken or Anthony Moran. That is the 12. Puck. So that is Hawken. Puck now. Coming back in, shorthanded now for the next 100 seconds is Michigan State. Unless Grand Valley State scores. Puck now picked up. Coming up, shot goes up and over the net. Rebound goes just wide of the net on that shot coming from Andrew Ledwidge. Now sit back around. 1 minute to go here in the second. 2-1 is your score. Puck will be dropped. Now sent back around, coming back the other way. Now will be sent over. Now be picked up by Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State working in. Now we'll send it across. Here come the Lakers into the Spartan zone. 30 seconds to go here in the second. 2-1 is your score. 50 seconds to go on the power play for Grand Valley State. Puck now coming back in. Will be sent across as it goes up and over the net into the corner now with 15 seconds to go. 2-1 is your score. Puck now sent across as the shot is sent in and held on to for the stoppage in play. Now with 8.3 seconds to go here in the second, 2-1 is your score. Mission Hockey College coming up next right here on the Mission Rink. Low zone face-off on the left wing side with 8.3 to go. Puck dropped, now picked up. Sent back across. Michigan State will clear back into the center area. That will do it for the second period of play. Through 2, Michigan State leads Grand Valley State by a score of 2-1. And welcome back in. Final regulation period of pool play about to begin here in Division 3. Grand Valley State on the power play for another 15 seconds, and then back to even strength hockey here. Grand Valley State working back in the Michigan State end. We will get you updated on what is happening over on Bauer between Bethel and Florida Gulf Coast in the first of 4 Division 3 first round matchups. So back at full strength is Michigan State. Puck sent back across. Puck now going back in. Here is Michigan State. Coming in, will send a shot and a goal scored by Michigan State. Scoring that will be the 24 of Joey Hawken. 11:19 to go here in regulation. It is now 3-1 Michigan State over Grand Valley State. Puck now will be picked up. Coming back the other way as it is steered aside into the corner. 11:10 to go here.
Scored by number 24, Anthony Moran. Assisted by number 7, Stephen Rice. That's Moran from class 41 seconds into the third period.
So that is actually Anthony Moran as the puck now picked up. Here comes Michigan State. Back the other way. Now coming across is Moran. Moran will send it in on net. Puck still bouncing loose in front. Now picked up. Here comes Grand Valley State. Now working in. Now one-on-one. Now make that 2-on-2 coming in. Grand Valley State. Good job by Joey Hawken to poke the puck away there. Now being battled for. Backhanded. Back into the zone. Picked up by Hawken. Hawken with possession. 3-1 is your score. Meanwhile, over on the Bauer rink, first round matchup for Bethel and Florida Gulf Coast. About 3:26 remaining in that contest. Florida Gulf Coast is trailing Bethel by a score of 3-2. The winner of that game will get the winner of this game tonight at 11 o'clock over on Bauer. Puck now picked up, sent back over. Now Michigan State we'll send it across. Now Grand Valley State going to get possession. That's Grand Valley State. Send it back around. Now it'll be picked up. by Grand Valley State. I believe that is Connor Huizinga. Huizinga now will send it around. Puck now coming into the crease area. Now sent back. Mission Hockey College is coming up next right here on the Mission rink, as we will have a penalty coming up here with 9:23 to go here in regulation. As a goaltender for Grand Valley State is down, and running into the net for Michigan State was Garrett Rabone. As Grand Valley State's goaltender getting his gear back together. 9:23 to go here. In regulation, it is 3-1 your score. Coming up roughly about an hour after this game is over, we will begin a Division III first round matchup here. That will be followed by a Division II quarterfinal. And then the Division I championship game coming up. Face-off scheduled for 8 o'clock. Next game. So the penalty is not on Michigan State. I do apologize for that. It is on Grand Valley State. Going to the box, or going in the box for Grand Valley, is the 21 of Carl Soderling. As a Grand Valley State goaltender. Looks okay, but he is coming off. We will have a new goaltender coming in net for the Lakers. Puck drops, now picked up. Coming back across, 9:15 to go here in regulation. 3-1 is your score. Michigan State over Grand Valley State. Michigan State on the power play for the third time. They're currently 1 for 2. 9 minutes to go. Michigan State winds up, sends a shot. Anthony Moran, his shot going just wide into the corner. Now picked up. With it is Jake Vinton. Vinton will send it in, and he will score to make that Anthony Moran scoring for Michigan State. 8:51 to go there now. 2 for 3 on the power play as Michigan State leads this game now 4-1. Face off. We'll be back out at center. Center as Larry Adagogi just about to drop the puck. Mission Hockey College just about to begin here. After following this game, here comes Michigan State. Will be sent back. Puck now picked up. Sent back across here is Michigan State. With it is Joey Hawken. Hawken send it over to Vinton. Vinton now working it back up and in. Sending it in on net is Rabone. Rabone sending that as blocker to side now. 8 minutes to go here in regulation. 4-1 is your score. As a penalty will be coming up. It will be on Michigan State as a puck now coming back in. Grand Valley State cannot go back across center. If they do, the penalty will be assessed as Michigan State will touch up, so the penalty will be assessed with 7:51 to go here. In regulation, 4-1 your score. Meanwhile, over on Bauer, it looks like Bethel will beat Florida Gulf Coast 5-2 in advance to the Division III semifinal. They will face off against the winner of this game. It is looking at, as of this moment in time, to be Michigan State. Coming up later tonight at 11 o'clock over on Bauer. Puck now sent back up. Now Ropp send it back alongside. Puck now steered aside into the corner. So Goulart in the box. 7:15 to go here on the power play. For another minute 20, here's Grand Valley State working back in. Puck is sent across, now working back up. Now with possession, sent over, now across, Robb. Send it in, that is sent just wide of the net into the corner. 6:53 to go here in regulation, 1 minute to go here on the power play. Puck sent all the way back up, cleared back into the Grand Valley State end, where Grand Valley State picks up possession. Puck now sent back up. A slight delay due to an injury or equipment issue with the Grand Valley State goaltender. That resulted in this penalty for Michigan State. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Puck now picked up, sent back across. Here is Grand Valley State. Now picked up, with it is Ropp. Ropp will send it over to Schmaltz, back to Ropp. Ropp will send it in through the crease. Now that is sent just wide. Now picked up, with it is Schmaltz. Schmaltz now will send it in, gloves. Puck still loose out in front. Puck goes just back beside the net. Good job by him. Back to even strength hockey here now with 5:48 to go here in regulation. 4-1 is your score. Puck now sent in on net. Now puck sent back. Now Michigan State trying to get their goaltender Bazidlo back up, and everything is kosher with that. Had a Grand Valley State player down there basically in the goal with them. 5:20 to go here in regulation. 4-1 is your score. Puck now picked up. Grand Valley State with possession. Send it in, backhanded. That is covered up by Bazidlo for the stoppage in play with 5:04 to go here in regulation. 4-1 is your score. As that game has gone final, Bethel has advanced to the Division III quarterfinal tonight at 11 o'clock over on the Bauer rink. They will face off against most likely Michigan State at this point in time, as Bethel, the 2 seed in the B pool, beat the 3rd seed in the C pool. Thus, that matchup over there on Bauer. Puck now going back in. Another Division III first round matchup about to begin over on Bauer. 5:30 matchup, running about 10 minutes behind schedule over there. Puck goes in just wide. Now sending it back over. 4:15 to go here. Puck now picked back up. Michigan State. Send it bouncing up along the side dashers. Now coming back across. Grand Valley State will back it out. Now picked up at center. Working back in. Here are the Lakers as the puck is deflected by the stick of Andrew Ledwidge for Michigan State. Ledwidge now setting up the play. 3:50 to go here in regulation. 4-1 is your score. As the puck is now sent back around. Now stolen away, picked up by Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State now a puck will be sent up as a shot and a goal scored by Grand Valley State. Scoring that will be Justin Sims. 3.5 to go. It's now 4-2 your score. Michigan State still leading Grand Valley State. In this Division III final pool play game, puck will be dropped as we're back underway here. Michigan State controlling the puck. Boodia. Oh, Steve. Puck now picked up. Michigan State with possession now with 3 minutes to go. Puck sent back around, now picked up by Hawken. Hawken will send it now up. Puck now being sent back across. Now Grand Valley State with possession, working back into the Michigan State end. Now Michigan State steals away in the Grand Valley State end. They will send it back into their own end. 2:40 to go here in regulation. 4-2 is your score now. A goal scored by Justin Sims. 2:30 to go. Puck now sent back in. Grand Valley State trailing by 2 as Michigan State still with possession. Now we'll send the puck in on net. That is blockered aside. Covered up for the stoppage in play with 2:20 to go here in regulation. 4-2 is your score. Mission Hockey College coming up next. That will be followed by a Division III first round matchup and a Division II quarterfinal before the Division I championship game. Heads for an 8 o'clock scheduled face-off here on the Mission rink. And big news is that the Division I championship game will be seen on the CBS Sports Network here in a couple weeks. It's big news for the sport of roller hockey and hockey in general, as seeing some would call the fringe sports, but I know it's not fringe to you. It's not fringe to me whatsoever. It's a major sport that's only growing and growing and growing. Puck now sent back across. Michigan State with possession. Now crossing center. Controlling it is Andrew Ledwidge. Ledwidge circling back in his own zone. Now thought about sending up, but being pressured by 2 Lakers. That would be Kobe and probably Shaq. Oh no, sorry, wrong Lakers. Puck now picked up. Sent back around. Now backhanded across. Now picked up with it is Kraus. Kraus will send it across and send it over to Ledwidge. Ledwidge now doing battle. Now sent back across up. Now picked up by Moran. Moran now crossing center into the Grand Valley State end. Moran working in. Will send a shot. And a goal scored by Michigan State with 1:03 remaining here in regulation. 1:03 in the last pool play game of the day. It's now 5-2 Michigan State over Grand Valley State. You see players from Hofstra, Ohio State, and Florida. All getting their gear on for the Mission Hockey College. So that is Anthony Moran with the goal. Puck now picked up. Set of tripping calls that weren't called there with 45 seconds to go here in the game. 5-2 is your score. Michigan State will play Bethel tonight as a big hit laid on by Michigan State. That will draw a penalty and a retaliation penalty. Players want to square off right here. They say separate, as they do as Michigan State players separate those two offending parties. Coincidentals called here. Retaliation penalty will, it is a basic retaliation penalty that is going to be assessed to Grand Valley State after Justice Graves basically took down the Grand Valley State player in front of the Michigan State bench. As the Grand Valley State player got up, he shoved him in the back. Could be a cross-checking call, but we are still 4-on-4 for 35 seconds. Puck now sent in on net off the face-off. Now with 30 seconds to go here in regulation, here in the game, 5-2 is your final. Players from Hofstra, Cal State Fullerton, Florida, a lot of teams. Now we'll send it back. So both roughing calls there as the puck now cleared back aside. Grand Valley State took down heavily Garrett Rabone, as that will do it for this game. 5-2 is your score. He seems to be okay, still kind of doubled over, but your final for this game, Michigan State beats Grand Valley State 5-2. Michigan State will play Bethel tonight at 11 o'clock over on the Bauer Rink for a right to play in the Division III semifinal coming up Sunday morning at 10 a.m. either on the Mission Rink or the Bauer Rink. We'll see you in about half an hour or so, or an hour, depending on what we want to do here. And this is MOSLive.com.